Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure just to have you live and in charge. We'll look at green action here, presented by Lunatic Designs. We are live for Monday Night Racing here from the Chop Shop Racing Series GT3 action here for the Chopp'N It Up podcast GT3 series. Drivers are finishing up what they've got going on. We're going to be enjoying ourselves for an hour race here tonight as we look at race information for tonight's race. We're at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, here for the Chopp'N It Up GT3 series. We're going to see all of the manufacturers out there having a blast, having an entertainment factor. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the likes, sir. I appreciate you. iRacing, your platform for sim racing. One fast repair, 2 sets of tires, one over the wall. We're going to have an hour time limit, and cautions are localized for the drivers. 2.2 mile length track here, 92 degrees on the track temperature, and it is how it would be, how it would present itself. It is Laguna Seca. That is exactly the way that we look at it, and it'll be a blast. Here is your starting grid for tonight's race, as hopefully the overlay fixes itself. We would like to see that happen. Hold on, let's save this project. Let's do this. Let's do that. Cancel that out. There it is. Starting grid. David Steiner is going to be your pole sitter tonight. Michael Caffrey, your outside pole sitter. Nathan Bigart to Michael Strickland here for week number 1. Going to be there, row number 2. Mark Retchen, Philip Caffrey there at row number 3. Tyler Hammond is going to be out there with Mason Mines. Hopefully that's how I'm saying that correctly. Mason, if I mess that up, well, I will make sure that I get myself out there and get myself corrected with you. Mason in the number 46 is going to be the row number 4. Dirk Wegeman is going to have Jonathan Casebeer to his outside row number 5. Michael Matta will have James Powers there in row number 6. Row 7 will be Anthony Crownover and Michael Boisvert. Wesley Strait, Chris Roberge are going to make up row number 8. Robert Church, the final driver out there tonight, as they load up here for Laguna Seca down on the backside of this this racing surface. I tell you what, a blast to be had. Week 1 in this series for the Chopp'N It Up podcast or racing series. Make sure you check out Chopp'N It Up podcast on Facebook and on, of course, YouTube, and of course, well, not Facebook. They're on YouTube, they're on Spotify, and they're out there on, I believe, Apple iTunes. I think they've got all of the podcasting platforms labeled out. Laguna Seca is comprised of 11 turns, including the Andretti hairpin, the Rahal Straight, the corkscrew right there were 8A, 8A, and 7R. On the rainy curve, it is just it's a huge racing surface, and drivers are they're just gonna have to put on a show. That's pretty much how I see it. Pace cars in. How about we do it? Let's do it. We're going. We're green. You know, I love my overlays. I really do. David Steiner rolling. We'll get this thing all figured out. Let's go for the Budgie Bird out there in the racing sector. I love to see it. There it is. It'll reset for you. There you go, folks. Steiner out front. He is out there driving the beautiful McLaren. McLaren for Bigart. McLaren for Caffrey. Corvettes in the action here tonight as well. Mason's going to be running the Mercedes AMG back here as well. We love to see our Ferraris and our Lamborghinis. How about an Acura back here? That's my first Acura we've seen in a hot minute. Pat Green leaving pit road. He's going to be driving the Mustang. Mustangs are absolutely a ton of fun. Wesley Strait rolling as well. Something that iRacing has done as of late is they've changed the way that life has presented itself when it comes to everything that this whole dynamic racetrack, and it goes to show. The race will update when it comes to the gap when drivers cross the start-finish line, so make sure that you keep your eye on that. David Steiner is out front. Big Art's going to be in second. They'll get him striker from Mr. Van Ness. How about Tyler Hammond sitting at 7th here? Put it down to the bottom side of the racetrack, on into the corner. We'll throw up the track map for everybody so you can see what is going on, and the battle boxes, and everybody as they come around, as Things lovely, 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 lovely race. Nathan Bigard takes over the lead. It's going to show Pat Green up there, but that is not going to be correct. Pat Green, of course, left pit road, and he should not be in that. He should be in 18. So the overlay will update itself. Just give it a little bit of time as the drivers go to. They have to complete their first lap. Up in as they roll, we'll see how these drivers continue to press on. Down into 7, into the corkscrew. 7 into 8. 8A is going to be the downhill section here. That's why they call it a corkscrew. That thing is massive. All the way around the Rainy curve. Turn 9. Turn 10 is going to be the right-hander they're going to see up here as Bigard sets up for it. The 01 running the second on the lap, but he's going to be trying to continue to press forward. A lot of things can happen. Now onto the front straightaway. We'll see the drivers hit the gravel. Lap 1 complete. It took about 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Bigard to 1:22.558 as it would be. David Steiner coming around close into that second. Our Australian drivers holding on to second and third. Michael Caffrey, the dominate 77. Mark Retchin in tow in the Corvette. One of my favorite cars as they roll in to the first section of corners here. Good little race line here. Turn 2, turn 3. Right-hander coming up for turn 4. All the way up to the dog leg section. Turn 5 is the left-hander here on board with Mark Retchin, my Jefferson City friend. Hopefully he didn't see as much snow as we did. Hopefully his roads are clean and he is good to go. 24 up and out. Up to turn 6, big uphill section. A lot of elevation changes here for Laguna Seca. It is a beautiful racetrack. The Mazo Raceway Laguna Seca, for sponsorship reasons, is what they would have called it. Is a paved road course racing track in Central California, used for both auto racing and motorcycle racing, built in 1957 near both Salinas and Monterey, California. This racetrack is configured for a 2.238 mile length long racing surface with 180 feet of elevation change throughout it. It's 11 turns are highlighted by its circuit's signature turn, the downhill plunging corkscrew at turn 8 and 8A. A variety of racing, exhibition, and entertainment events are held at the Laguna Seca Raceway or WeatherTech Raceway, ranging from supercars to sports car racing, music festivals, and Laguna Seca. One of the big factors about Laguna Seca, it is classified as a FIA Grade 2 circuit, so you're going to see all kinds of racing on this racetrack. Laguna Seca is Spanish for dry lake, if you didn't know that. Now you do. Instant Sports Car Championship is ran here from basically 1957 all the way to the present. Moto America runs here as well. Trans Am, the Trans Am Series is running in 2025. The Monterey Motorsports Reunion has been running from 1974 up to the present. And the International Race of Champions is going to happen in 2025. We love to see it. World SBK is what it was known before, with the Intercontinental GT Challenge, the California 8-hour race. The GT World Challenge America has been held here. Grand Prix Motorcycle Racing, or the United States Motorcycle Grand Prix, was held all the way up until 2013. The SCCA National Championship runoffs were held here in 2014, and the FIA GT Championship was held here in 1997 and 1998. You want to go to Laguna Seca WeatherTech Raceway, you go to weathertechraceway.com, and you can find yourself some tickets out there. iRacing, your play. Oh, man, I tell you what, Retchin, going around here, there's big issues happening. Church Powers racetrack being held on Retchin, going back to 8th. Let's take a look. It's the Apex Racing onboard camera here. Dropped into the corner, I do believe. Oh, just held on to the brakes. That was Michael Caffrey that went around right there. And Ratchet just hit the brakes. It's hard into that downhill section as they go back to work. Come on, overlay. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Yep. Can't we go all the way forward here? Overlays need to work. All right, here we go. Bam. That's the fastest way to do it. 7 minutes into this 1 hour race. Drivers who have one extra set of tires are going to need to pit somewhere around the halfway mark with 100% fuel in these vehicles. So a good half an hour racing left with it. David Steiner close to Nathan Bigart as these drivers looking at pretty strong. 9.6 seconds back is going to be Michael Strickland holding on to that third spot as they roll. Good to see you all out there. Miss Budget, you should be able to see all of the wonderful chat now. I think everything should be relaying. Hopefully it's going to be relaying correctly. We love to see it. Love to see it. Thank you, Mr. Van Ness. Thank you to everybody for being out there. Much love to you. We have got Restream back on, so everybody knows. So you're going to see the Restream bot do it. You'll be able to see each person's name. Because we have to do some CPU stuff, our 1440p streams are going to stay 1080p on YouTube for a little bit until I get into until we get the new CPU, the new processor. That's what we're going to be working on. Derek Wegman here. You see him in that five spot of 4. Caffrey just behind. Caffrey is good, strong here. He'll be able to be fine. Mize is going to be up 1 here in that 46. Stonewall Racing all the way out. Tires on the outer berm there. Wretched is going to go over the inside. Going to take over 7th here as they get up and down into the downhill section for turn 1. Door to door. If you've noticed it, you're seeing it. You're going to see it on the screen. Somebody hits the gravel. There's going to be a lot of debris on the surface of the racetrack, and it will collect. That's one thing that we've noticed is that consider that gravel and that sand and that dirt. Consider that marbles. It happens. It's beautiful. Look at all that right there. Mark Reschen into the corkscrew portion of this race. Again, the right-hander right here for the 24. 3 wide just ahead. Tyler Hammond up 2. Derek Wegman up 5. Able to get around Tyler Hammond there. Hammond getting around Caffrey. Caffrey battling back here. This is your battle for 4th between these 3 drivers. Big, heavy braking zone. Caffrey back out of the corner. Bumper to bumper as they accelerate out at the apex of the turn. One of the best parts about this racetrack is that there are passing zones everywhere, but you have to set yourself up for the turn. Straightaways carry a lot of speed, a lot of momentum, but they don't necessarily give you too much when it comes to that race line. So you have to set your corner up, set your pass up, be able to hit your gears and hit your mark. Right now, Stryker 12.5 backs. David Steiner closing in on Nathan Bigart. Bigart 42.40 on the iRating here for the GT series. A little bit of road course racing happening for him. David Steiner, half second back, closing in. Church just ran his fastest lap of the race. He's back here. Little camo. He's that little camo commando going on right there. That's what I'm seeing. Little chop on board. Love to see it. Just trying to hold on to it. James Powers in the 13. Driving the Mercedes again. Has the Acura just ahead of him. 32 to gain. How about it? Little Ferrari. Chasing down a Ford, and it is the Ford of Wesley Strait. Little GT3 Mustang action. Little Storm Racing traded paints on board with him as well. Love to see it. Philip Caffrey driving an homage for the driveway Motul race line. Robert's just ahead. The Canadian running the Monster Energy Chevy Corvette. Mata is in a Corvette as well. Robert's up 5 spots. Mata up 1. We're seeing the drivers just just manage. Wilbur's 1.3 seconds. I'm sorry, Bigart 1.3 seconds now the advantage as David Steiner looking to try to clean off some of that racetrack. And I think that's one of the things that we're seeing on this racetrack is you got to be careful where the braking zones are. Sitting at second here, 1.3 the gap. 12 minutes into this race. All right. Good look at what's going on. Sort of exciting. See what this battle's happening here. Five drivers here, all within striking distance of each other. There's Mason back here. Is Mercedes on point? And look at all that right there. That's what I was talking about. All of that gravel, all that debris. You see the wheel hop there from the 46. That is a lot to be looking ahead at. And that just hits outside lane for Michael Caffrey. He is trying to clear here. He's Tyler Hamilton on the inside. Inside lane will prevail if he can carry. But right now, Caffrey doing a great job of putting himself in a positive momentum. He wants to work himself back to that top three. And right now, he's got a few drivers to do it. He started second, sits in fifth. Little wiggle out of the car. Derek Wegman just ahead. Good acceleration. Look at that. All the way out to the right-hander. Inside. Caffrey almost took advantage of that. It's going to get a little free right there. Good drive here as they come around to complete lap 11. Some bad curves on this track. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing to see. And right now, Derek Wegman of the 49. You see the setup right there from Michael Caffrey. Caffrey up and out to the right-hander. Again, looking at the track map here. That was turn 3. Turn 4 is going to be the right-hander right here. This is where setting up. And I tell you what, all that debris just flies into your face. Caffrey looking to try to set it up. Wegman up 5 spots here as Caffrey works the corner. Bigart, 3.6 second lead over David Steiner. This will be about when you can close in the distance here. They come up and over the hill here. Little extra. Here's that corkscrew right here. Mason. And a great miss by K-Spear here. K-Spear, the Red Bull Racing Machine. Little McLaren action here. That was massive. Mason slideways on the corner here. Just heavy braking, hit the turtle. Oh, yeah, and just went sideways. And then watch Jonathan here. Just able to miss that one. Good to go. Good to go. We're going to have to do this again. This overlay is working, but it's not working. So we're going to have to make some adjustments when it comes to iRacing. So iRacing Live Timing just had an update today. Whatever they did with it, holding this thing backwards. So we'll do some more working with it and try to get it worked out. 3.7 second deficit here as David Steiner at a 1:22.46 his last lap. Nathan Bigart 1:22.10. 1 minute 22 seconds. Very consistent. Best lap of the race is going to be, I believe, Nathan Bigart 1:21.727. That'll be the 01 right there for you, sitting in that lead. Right now, Big Art do what he can. Let's go back to where the exciting racing is happening, and that's going to be Caffrey, who just ran his fastest lap of the race, 1:22.494. Tyler Hammond will see Wretched. So DHL on board for Tyler. 17:21 on the iRating, A-Class 309. Right behind Wretched, 15:95. Looking forward, Derek Wegman. 8:24. That's my rating for Road Series racing. Not near as good as any one of these drivers are. Big Art is your race leader. Wegman, your driver here through the uphill section here. This is a crazy, crazy amount of speed, and the downforce on these cars on these short straightaways. It's more about the grip into the corner, and that's what we're seeing. This is a technical track, more so. And there's your corkscrew. There's a good look at how that corkscrew works. Whew. The beautiful corner. Mr. Newman, thank you, sir. I appreciate you for the like. Hope you're having a good night. Press that out of the corner. Here's your battle. Derek Wegman, Tyler Hammond, Mark Wretched. Yeah. This is my second GT3 series in the last year. It's not my first rodeo when it comes to the road series stuff, but we love it. I like it. We are going to be doing a little F1 style racing coming up very soon. We're going to run the SE 1100, which is the Indy 500. And the Coke 600. We're going to be doing that on February 9th, which is Super Bowl Sunday, but we should be able to get it done before the Super Bowl begins. Or at least pretty close to it. It's going to be a fun night of racing, over $1,000 in prizes to be had if we have a full field of 40 drivers. Big Art, right now 4.6. David Steiner rolling. James Powers just went a lap down. He's got a big blink happening there. Boisvert right behind him. The battle for position for the 32 as he gets down to the corkscrew section. The Takata grew up what the drivers are running right there on your screen. Big Art, your race leader right now. Strickland, close second, trying to pull that second spot. He's got a little bit of lap traffic. Derek Wegman still trying to keep it close, but David Steiner holding on. 4.3 second deficit now as they try to hold on. McLaren's 1-2. Corvette's going to be in third. But Caffrey, he's got his McLaren closing in. He is closing a ton of time. Last lap, 1:22.28, actually gaining some time on your race leader. Is the fastest driver on the racetrack currently. Kirchie coming around. Big Raid coming in from the tattoo. The fantastic driving for a cause man. Yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope your stream was well. My name is Jason. Signature Esports is the platform. Welcome in. We love it. Welcome in. I appreciate you. How was your stream? I hope your stream was well, my friend. And I hope that you did a bunch and you won some races and you did the best thing that you could. Little GT3 series action here for the Chop Shop Racing Leagues, the world's greatest iRacing leagues, here with Chop Shop Racing. Giving us the Chopp'N It Up podcast GT3 series. Welcome in. Welcome in. Big Art, they've got about 22 minutes left. 2 top 10s in the touring mods tonight. That's awesome, brother. Congratulations. 2 top 10s is good. That means you're gaining. Hopefully you're gaining. Hopefully it was a full enough field. The touring mods here as of late haven't been near what they should be when it comes to full fields. I like it. Congratulations. Caffrey Strickland closing in. Tyler Hammond takes over 5th. He just ran his fastest lap of the race, 1:23.547. Getting into the corner here. Phenomenal run, turn 2. It's the Andretti pen right there. Big move. The Andretti hairpin. Very sharp corner. Retchen closing in, keeping it close. And I tell you what, 5, 6, and 7 all running those beautiful Corvettes. What we are seeing, how many, look at it. We got 5 McLarens. We've got 6 Corvettes, 2 Mercedes, 2 Fords, 1 Acura out there, and 1 Ferrari. Right now, that Ferrari needs to kick his butt into gear. Let's go. Third mods get good. Counts only on Monday nights usually. I gotcha. Well, about halfway through this race, get a few drivers think about pit road. There's James Powers. He's coming in. Boy Fears coming to pit road as well. So why you're running them tonight? It's always the SOF night. Yeah. There's still a lot of debris on the racetrack. There's Big Art coming down around to the corner. In this racetrack, still carry out of that race line. Trying to do what she can to cycle. David Steiner, 4 3/4 seconds running. Up and out, back and in. Couple of drivers coming to pit road. Roberge had an issue on 17. And I normally would just go ahead and switch over to it. But we're going to have to do some work on this overlay. These 3 still going at it. Again, Tyler Hammond, 1:24.13. His last lap. Mark Correction, 1:23.72. Sitting in 6th. Started 5th. Caffrey still trying to work his way back forward. 3.5 seconds the gap between he and Strickland here. Jerry, what's happening, sir? Can't wait to race this week. It's gonna be awesome. I appreciate you. I know, right? I haven't. It's been weird to not call races for 2 weeks. Even so, we've always tried to always stay busy. And this year, I took the time off. It was good though. I got to spend the time with the family and the missus and everybody. So it's good to see everybody back. Welcome 2025. Welcome back, everybody. Now, everybody should be able to see everybody's chats. Hopefully it's working correctly. You folks tell me if it isn't. I want to know. I want to make sure that we do so. So thank you very much. The whole Restream bot giving us some good chats. You'll see Twitch and YouTube and Twitch. I do believe Restream is doing its job. The only place that's not doing it, I'd love to see a supercar series. You know, a supercar series would be fun. But, we're really good at the NASCAR stuff, so I say really good, but we're good enough. We're good enough. You raced how many laps? 1,206 laps of racing last week at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the trucks. Woohoo! He's OP, brother. He's OP. All right, we're gonna change the iRacing nested scene real quick. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna move chat down a little bit so you folks can have it. And now that we can we'll do a couple of things like that. There you go. Chat should be less cut off and should be moved further down. There it is. With your back being so bad, you've missed racing, so it should be good. I hope you're. How is your back, man? How's that thing feeling? I hope you are feeling better, man. I really do. Man, oh man. Big honor to your race leader, David Steiner in second. Still keeping a close 5-second gap here. Michael Strickland, 24 seconds. Caffrey trying to hold on. Stryker actually just ran his fastest lap of the race, a 1:22.42. Is the Roto Fab rolling? I think Facebook is the only one that doesn't get the bot. And Facebook does, like, the Facebook messages will pop up on YouTube and Twitch, but the YouTube and Twitch messages don't pop up on Facebook in the chat, which is terrible. What happened to Crown Over? No, sir. I think you just had an issue. Hold on, crashes. Good racing throughout this one. Mark Retch and Tyler Hammond still holding on. Quarter-second deficit between those two. Derek Wegman back here in that 49, right behind Mr. Church. He's rolling. You like the new scan of New Hampshire? I think it's good. I think they did a great job. I really do. Zook. What's up, Zook? Give us a like. Thank you, sir. Wegman. Churchy down into the corkscrew section with Derek Wegman trying to get around. Churchy holding his own. Chop on board. I hope you feel better, brother. I really do. I hope your back gets better. I know you were talking about surgery. You're talking about all kinds of stuff. So you gotta get good, man. The pass for Eric Wegman on Mr. Church. Gives up the race line. Does a great job. There's Mark Retch and drivers to the relative. The gap to each other. Interval to the drivers. Gap to the leader. Philip Caffrey doing a great job back here as well. The 61 Matic up at pit road. I do believe he had an issue with an off track, so we'll see if he is going to come down pit road just to take some things off. How far into the season? They are week 1. Week 1, sir, Mr. Zook. Discord.gg/Chop Shop Racing. And we'll make sure that we put it in there for you. I think it's set. Oh yeah, I gotta set up my my Discord channel again so we can have the bot doing its thing like it used to. Pretty sure that's their Discord. You're gonna have to join. I hope you do. Week 1. Big honor to your race leader, David Steiner in second. Again, keeping a good close eye on what's happening here. Caffrey 1:22.34, faster than the drivers ahead of him, but every chance he gets to make any ground on Stryker. Stryker, it seems like he's getting it better, and he's getting faster as he goes. Consistent lap times. Bigard 1:21.91 as the tires wear on. the mapping of the car. And what you got to remember is that anything can happen, even on this racing surface. As we're over halfway, Stryker coming to pit road. Caffrey just behind will take over third. Tyler Hammond coming around, sitting in that 5 spot. Well, it's all good. It gives me an opportunity to give their Discord. If that makes any sense. It's my awesome way of saying, all right, make sure you join the Discord if you'll be a part of this GT3 series. Give me more drivers to call some racing here. We want to see them we want to see a big field. They have 17, 18 drivers in today's race. I want to see 60. I want to see it. I want to see my computer struggle. Yeah. Boyvier out of the race. Wesley straight on. Our replay threshold was messed up. Dun, 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 dun. Let's save this project real quick. Yeah. There's Pat Green. Got a little battle going on with Churchy. They are battling for position. Corvette, Ford Mustang. Ford versus Vet. 15th, 16th, right there. Stryker is going to be in ninth place. Almost in danger of going a lap down, but Bigard's still holding on. Derek Wegman, we'll see Mark Retchen just behind Retchen, back to the inside. That's something I didn't want to change. The Retchen gets around Derek Wegman. Right now, there is Mason Mize, I believe is how you say it. He's in 8th, right where he started, 46. He's Stryker just behind. Jonathan Casebeer just ahead. Half second the battle here for Casebeer and Mason. What? Give you a glass of water and you can seam our computer. Oh, yeah. That's exactly right. That's it. I want to see it. I want to see all of them. No problem, Budgie. Budgie, the message said she loves the Restream bot. I love it. Good. Good. Well, we got that 4070 that you sent over, and now I've been bottlenecked so much with the old CPU. We're using Restream again because my CPU can't keep up with 1440p. So, that being said, we're gonna be excuse me, hold on, I gotta call. We're going to have to get that motherboard that go up to an AM5 system, new RAM, basically completely upgrade what we've got going on. Only way we could do that is if you folks are subscribing, you're liking, you're doing all that stuff. If you want to help sponsor Signature Esports, we're closing off our sponsorships here in 5 days on the 11th of January. I'm not taking on any more sponsors. Our sponsors will be as they are, unless there's a specific video or something like that I have to do a sponsor content with. Outside of that, nothing else going on. So we're gonna have to make this work. That's the way it is. No, I can't win for losing, man. If the 30 series was great, 40 series, it's almost too much. I'm literally CPU bottlenecked and can't stream. Yeah, I can't stream 1440p without it killing the CPU. but everything looks good. And I hope things are working. I really do. I hope everything works well. I hope everybody enjoys it. All right. There's Jonathan Casebeer here. Michael Caffrey, solid for that third spot. 37.5 minutes into this race. We're going to an hour. Each week is an hour. Where are they going to be at next week? That's where we're going to be looking. Oh, I love our series. We got some racing tomorrow night as well for Chop Shop. Chop Shop's going to be real busy this week. Sim 500 gets Daytona underway on Wednesday. Let's see. Thursday, we're going to be off. Friday, we're back, I believe, Iowa, New Hampshire. Iowa, I believe is Friday. Saturday, I might be backwards. Hold on. We can look. Hold on. I've already got my stream, the stream's all set up. So, all right. So we got Pocono tomorrow for the Speedy Trophies Truck Series. Daytona Wednesday for the Goat Racing Diecast Xfinity Series powered by Sim 500. Talladega with Chop Shop Racing Cup Series on Friday. Charlotte and the Ballistic Powder Puff Series. Final race on Saturday for that. Iowa is going to be the Xfinity Series. And then Atlanta was on Sunday. It's going to be Dover. It's not going to be Atlanta, so I need to actually edit that. Edit those. It's Dover, not Atlanta. Let me make sure I get all that fixed because something was messed up. Dover. Dover. Save. Yeah. Edit. Dover. Excuse me, folks. Dover on Sunday, which I absolutely am looking forward to. Absolutely. 110% looking forward to it. All right. Save it all. Give me a second. Chat, I will be right with you in just a moment. See, there it is. All right, I had to update some titles. For whatever reason, it carried over Atlanta. Your stream's good, just not perfect. All right, a couple of drivers coming to pit road. Again, the relative for Big Art and David Steiner. 4 seconds the gap. Is closed in 122.502. We're seeing them all just roll. Last time drivers have been to pit road, you'll see Stryker on 23. Miz came in on 27. Mize came in on 27. 17 for Crownover. 21 for Meta. Burge came in on 24. Powers came in on 22 on their relative lap time. As drivers aren't just working. Here's how many off tracks the drivers have had. Does not show your leader. Because he hasn't had any, it says. That's a flawless run. David Steiner clearing Picard, or clearing, Churchy there. Caffrey rolling. All right. Stream is clean as I. Hey, you know what? One thing I want to do is I want to just do as much as I can, be as good as I can. I can't be clean if I don't do it. You know what I mean? There's Tyler Hammond sitting in fourth, Derek Wegman in fifth, Mark Retchen coming to pit road. Or he's leaving pit road right now. 18-second pit stop as the Ratchet Graphics 24 rolls it. So still about half the field needs to pit. Philip Caffrey, one of those drivers, We have 3 Australians, 1 Canadian in the form of Chris Roberge, and then Nathan Bigart. 3.7 second deficit here. The Steiner's closed in. Eric Wegman coming to pit road. Jonathan Casebeer trying to close in a little bit to Stryker. This is one of those things that you kind of have to manage Steiner a little bit faster than Big Art. This last time by, this is Jonathan Casebeer. There's a little battle right there. Going to be a quick battle. It's going to be going. David Steiner getting around to 13. With not 13, that was there's Mays right there. Yeah, it was the 13 of Powers. David Steiner 3.5. Closed in 3 seconds over the course of the last half of the race. We'll have to see how this one will fare out. Michael Caffrey to pit road from third. And not one drop frame, folks. Not one drop frame. Since I went back to the restream. It's expensive. But it's worth it. It's worth it for you folks. Absolutely legendary. Thank you, everybody, for doing it. For being a part of it. If you haven't done so, reach up at the like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. Sports stream, sports how we do it. So please, oh please, make sure you do so. We want to make sure that we continue to grow and help sim racing become better. Tyler Hammond on pit road. Casebeer coming to pit road as well. One of the things that I like about this this pit road, it's tough. But they give you enough room to turn around. James Powers back there, you saw him get heavy into the corner, able to do so. Big Art will need to come to pit road at some point. So will David Steiner. And Steiner closing in. 122.68. David Steiner keeping it close here. So from 6 seconds down to right there. I didn't even see what happened. Maybe there was something that happened. Wesley had to jump to pit road. Something must have happened with him. I didn't see it. So far, we're 32 laps into this race. It'll be 33 this time by. And the battle for the lead. Getting close. Tyler Hammond's going to be a lap down. 3 seconds the gap. Big Art. David Steiner. Michael Caffrey. Still on the lead lap. Holds on to third. Stryker not far behind. Big Art coming down pit road. David Steiner going to maximize getting himself onto pit road here. Caffrey will come around and try to close in some of that time. Two drivers on pit road, Big Art and Steiner. It'll be important here. David Steiner was your pole sitter. Lap times falling off. Fuel's going to be huge. Big Art, fuel. Steiner, staying for tires. Oh, did he have a penalty? Big Art leaving pit road. No, Steiner's coming off pit road. Baji with the 500 biddies. I appreciate you, dear. I appreciate you.
Budgie Bird 5 sent 500 bits.
And bam, here's your 500 biddies. 15 seconds now, the gap. Big Art took fuel and fuel only. David Steiner getting all that he can. Caffrey would have came into pit road. Ran at 123.40 his last time by. Stryker came in, took tires. A lot of drivers took tires. David Steiner, one of those drivers, took tires. And he's going to have grip. But Big Art has a 15-second lead. Tires are important on this racetrack. How important is going to be? Mike, thank you very much for the like, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to cycle it out. It's exciting. 6 drivers on the lead lap. Mark Retchen, last of the drivers on the lead lap. Give it on 29. Took tires and fuel, doing what he can. Case Beer in 7th. We're going to throw up the interval to the drivers. You can see where they are in comparison to each other. Actually, what we'll do is we'll throw up the battle box. That'll be what we do. Battles. Bam. Bingo. I'm going to take a hydrate break, folks. Make sure you hydrate as well. Grab your water. We're going to come down to the final 13 minutes, 12 minutes of this race, and I'll be right back. All right, Anthony Crownover up to 9th, 4 spots gained. He's on your screen right now. Then Michael Caffrey just ahead of him. David Steiner trying to close in some of that 15-second gap here with under 8 minutes to go. It is time. Time to turn it on. Tyler Hammond on the lead lap, up 2 and inside the top 5. Michael Strickland holding on to that 4 spot right where he started. Michael Caffrey 20 seconds ahead of him as they roll. Top 3 nights so far. David Steiner trying to close in the tires not being a factor for Big Art. Right now seeing Derek Wegman just behind him. Wegman sitting in 13th off 4 from the start of the race, just riding where he needs to. Big Art last lap 122.10. Gasebeer just ran his fastest lap of the race 123.87. A little bit faster, figuring things out. This is a series that's going to be good for every driver in this series. They can get out and not only with the league racing that they have and get used to a few things that are going on. One thing that is coming up when it comes to road series racing, I wanted to look at iRacing actually. Where's it at? There's the special events calendar coming up for 2025. The iRacing Roar, which is the Rolex 24, the Roar before the Rolex 24 at Daytona International Speedway, is coming back on January 10th through 11th. That's going to be this weekend. If you are going to be out there and you're going to be racing, we are going to try to highlight drivers that are racing. If we are not broadcasting for a league, we are going to be throwing up the iRacing 24. We're gonna bounce around. We're gonna check on our drivers. We're gonna check on all the racing that's going on out there, and we're gonna see how some of our folks are going to be doing out there. That's coming up. That's the Roar, and then we have the Daytona 24, which is the iRacing Daytona 24, which is going to be January 17th through the 19th. And that will be a time that we actually get in there and actually take care of that. So that is it's going to be a ton of fun. A ton of fun. So we're gonna try to highlight all of that. Time slots are going to happen. They are 2.4 hour length events. The LMP3s, the GT4s, the touring cars. That's January 10th through 11th, and then the Daytona 24, which we called, which we were we were able to call portions of that last year. We're going to try to do the same thing. It's January 17th through the 19th, and we'll make sure that we do that. GTPs, the hypercars, LMP2s, the GT3s, the IMSA style. That's all going to be there. We have the Dale Jr. charity event January 29th through the 31st. The inaugural Dale Jr. Foundation Driven to Give 400 presented by High Rock kicks off in 2025 with a team event and the mini stocks at Iowa Speedway. That is going to be the Driven to Give 400. That is part of the Dale Jr. Foundation of the mini stocks. Make sure that if you haven't joined in, or if you want to find a way to join in that, all you got to do is you got to search your social media. Go to iRacing as well. Daytona 500, February 12th through the 17th. The Great American Race, the iRacing Daytona 500 serves as part of the NASCAR iRacing Series schedule. It's one of 4 full-length events in the championship, which mirrors the real-world NASCAR Cup Series campaign with 36 events throughout the year. They are the NASCAR Cup Series cars. We will be running the Daytona 500 here for us at Signature Esports. We're going to be able to do that. We love it. Giving Tattoo a gifted sub. Thank you very much, Budgie. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted sub. Right now, 14.8 seconds the gap between Nathan Big Art and David Steiner. Under 4 minutes to go here as Big Art just ran his fastest lap of the race, 121.45. Tires not a factor for Big Art. Going on exciting, keeping it rolling. These drivers putting on a good show for week 1. Michael Strickland sitting in fourth. Tyler Hammond in fifth. Steiner just ran his fastest lap of the race, 1:21.82. Was able to close in all of that gap. And then Bigart throws one down, says, I don't need any tires. I don't need any stinking tires. At least that's not what it looked like on my end. His pit stop was 11.33 seconds. Double was David Steiner, which usually means that he took 4 sets. Takes 22 seconds, right around 22 seconds to change all of the tires on this racing surface. Bigart, David Steiner, Michael Caffrey, all rolling. Churchy having an issue. Pushing 14th up 4. He's good, though. He's good. Bigart, 15.5 seconds. David Steiner coming around on the front straightaway. Takes away lap 43. Final couple of minutes going for the 01 of Nathan Bigart. $15.4 the gap now. Closest battle on the relative. Roberge, Derek Wegman. All right, Roberge and Mata. Roberge up 4. Mata just ahead. Roberge trying to get one more out of it. He is tied for the biggest mover of the race right now. He and Robert Church both up 4. Crownover up 4 as well. If Roberge can get one more spot out of this, it would give him the most positions. Powers coming to pit road. Pat Green on pit road. Wesley Strait on pit road as well. Nathan Bigart coming around. This will be the final lap of this race. Week 1 will be in the books. Nathan Bigart. Solid. And just relax for a moment. Roberge trying to make a pass on the 16. There's a battle for position here. Roberge in a Corvette. Mata in a Corvette as well. These two trying to duke it out. Roberge backing into the corner, trying to back up what he's got here. One more spot to get. Up into turn 5 and turn 6. The left-hander coming up for the 12 spot. 98 trying to take over 11th. That's Mata just ahead of him. Trying to get a little bit more out of it. Oh, into the corner, down into the corkscrew. Little air caught by the drivers. Caffrey having to come to pit road. He's into pit road. Right here, Bigart just behind. He comes around. Nathan Bigart. He's going to get the win here in the 2.2 miler. David Steiner will hold on to second. Michael Caffrey coming around as a second here to Strickland just behind him. David Steiner second. Caffrey will try to hold on here. And a pass-through penalty for Michael Caffrey. Can he hold on to it? Big question is, can Stryker give a little bit more out of it? Tyler Hammond, but this is in 5th. Here's your battle for 3rd. A podium position on the line down to the corkscrews. Turn 9, turn 10, the right-hander. Caffrey sitting in 3rd. Stryker in 4th. Back to the left-hander to come across the front straightaway. Caffrey will hold on to it. I do believe he will have. Oh, man, had a drag race at the end for Caffrey and Strickland. Strickland finishes in 4th. And Philip Caffrey coming around. He's going to get that final top 10 spot. Roberge clears Mata. As they come around, they're going to finish their final time. Roberge will be your biggest mover of the race. Crown over your biggest mover of the race as well. Tied for both of those drivers. He made a pass at the very end there on Mason. Mason had an off track, so Crownover sits in 8th, I do believe. We'll take a look at the final race results now that they have populated for the Chopp'N It Up Podcast GT3 series. Here's your race results. That's qualifying. Race results. There it is. Week 1 in the books. Bigart, Steiner, Caffrey's going to be your top 3. Michael Strickland will finish 4th. Tyler Hammond 5th. Mark Retchen, Jonathan Casebeer, Anthony Crownover, Chris Roberge, Michael Mata, your top 10. Does look like Mason does finish in 11th. Phil Caffrey in 12th. Derek Wegman finishes in 13th. Robert Church in 14th. James Powers, Pat Green, Wesley Strait, Michael Boivier, the final end of that one. As they will load it up and do what they got to do. A good little race they had. We're going to talk to them. As this guy gets week 1 victory here tonight. Nathan Bigart comes home in that 01 and P1 tonight. Man, oh man, I thought the tires were going to haunt you, but they didn't. Tires weren't a factor. Not tonight, at least, as Laguna Seca becomes yours. Congratulations on the victory, man. Walk me through it.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely exciting start. Got into Dave right off the start, going in turn 1. Obviously didn't mean to do that, but no damage, you know, just bumping, different braking zones. So luckily we all survived that and was able to have a good battle there for the first lap or so. Got out front and was just trying to take care of the car and keep it on track, get 0x and turn some decent laps, try to save some tire for the end. Strategy going into the race was to save fuel and save tire, you know, try to hit good lap time, but take care of both of those so you can minimize that pit stop at the end of the race, make it shorter, and really try to gain some time there. And it paid off. You know, I was able to get some decent laps throughout the whole thing. I was keeping it on track, didn't hit any of the, you know, big sausage curbs. I think that's probably the first time I've ever raced Laguna and not at least hit it once at some point. So I think just going easy and taking care of the car was definitely a great strategy, worked great for me tonight, and happy to come home with a victory. These are
races that test your patience more so than anything else. Now, Laguna is a tire eater. It's one of the things that I've noticed about this racetrack, but it's more of a tire eater if you continue to scrub your tires too much into the corner. The apexing, it's such a technical track with the complete package. You've got elevation changes. You've got now we've got to worry about debris. We've got to worry about all kinds of other things. And then on top of that, one of the most difficult things around this track is to manage those tires.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were talking in Discord. You know, iRacing does a great job, and these road courses, man, they look phenomenal. They drive excellent. Just some great racetracks, a lot of fun to drive around, especially this one here. Like you said, you know, it's got the elevation change, it's got that corkscrew, that fast kink left-hander going up the hill, man. It's just a fun track to drive. It's not easy, it's difficult, it's fast-paced. You don't ever get a long straightaway to take a break and get a breath. And it like you said, it tests you mentally, tests your patience, and to have speed at the end with old tires, you really gotta stay disciplined. So just 100% effort tonight, and just I can't believe it happened. Great night.
It was good. Anthony says never concentrated so much in his life. He said that was new. That was fun. It's his new favorite series. This series. It's I think it's going to carry on. It's going to run well. And you get the first win tonight, man. Congratulations. We'd like to see it. And we'll be off to the races over the next couple of weeks. Actually, that's where I was headed to next, was to pull up the schedule here so we can Road Atlanta we're 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 man, Road Atlanta. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be fun though. It's a great, beautiful race course next week. Nate, congratulations on the victory here, brother. Give you a shout out. You got a victory. That's great. Week one. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to give a shout out to everybody here at Chop Shop for keeping this series going. I think, when we get these oval guys in here and actually get them to just try it out, and don't worry about it, just have fun with it. I know they all have fun. Church had fun. Like Crownover said, he was enjoying it and he's never done it before. I really believe more guys should try this out. There's a reason that it's very popular on the sim and just out there in the real world, like I understand it's difficult to go watch these races, you see them come by one corner, but man, to come out here and do it is just excellence. Give a shout out to all the admins putting in the work for us to do this, all the drivers coming out tonight, and a sponsor of the series, the Chopp'N It Up podcast, that's always sponsoring Chopp'N It Up, Chop Shop Racing. You, Jason, Signature Esports, doing the podcast. Steiner out there giving a heck of a battle. Caffrey coming in third. Just all the drivers tonight, man. Amazing job by everybody. Can't wait for next week. I hate Road Atlanta, my least favorite race track on the sim, but still look forward to just hanging out with these guys and having some fun next week.
Gonna be a blast, Nate. Much love to you, man. More racing this week, brother. Give the fam some love. Oh, mom.
Yeah. Number one fan, always watching. Love you, Mom.
Nate, even I remember.
Yeah.
All right, brother. We'll see you
I
later.
was focused on hating Road Atlanta. Sorry.
I had to stop. We can't forget Mom. Nate, much
Yes.
love, brother.
Thank you. Bye.
That's Nate coming home victory lane. David Steiner comes home P2 tonight. Close battle, able to close in from 6 seconds down to 3.5. Taking tires, and that's just where Nate pulled the gap. That was kind of the move of the race. But man, what a race you had tonight, man! Congratulations on a P2. This looked like you had a little bit of fun.
Hey, thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess that must have been the moment. I was struggling to work out how he was 10 seconds quicker, but yeah, I did my maths poorly. He did the better job. He was better anyway today. Nate was quicker. If you were watching the times, I'm sure he was just a fraction quicker. Especially at the beginning, I was a bit loose, a bit uncomfortable on those tires, the cold tires. And Nate dealt with it quickly, and I think that was the story of the day. Yeah, otherwise, good, comfortable race, I suppose, besides that.
I was going to say, I was watching the latter portion of that where you closed in over the course, I would say about 7 laps. You closed in 3.5 seconds. And that was just hitting your marks. Both of you had clean air. There's a lot of, when you get into lap traffic, it's just about navigating a track. Laguna is just one of those tracks where you're going to meet people in the worst opportune times. But everything that I saw out of you tonight, you may have had a gap there, and you may have been better in that early going. But man, were you good toward the latter portion of that first run, and it showed. And I think that's the big takeaway here is that if you had known when you came in that he wasn't taking tires, I think it's been a closer race.
Yeah, a little bit closer. I think I would have come out around the same time. 1 or 2 liters of fuel notwithstanding, but would have come out around that 3.5 behind him. And we could have sort of gone from there. But again, he did have the pace today at the track generally. But it would have been more fun to do it that way. I guess I just should do more homework next time. And yeah, if anyone's going to make an old set of hot tires work here, it's Nate.
Well, don't count yourself out, Dave. You did a phenomenal job. This was a great race to watch. And what do you think of the new physics on the road course racing now?
Yeah, I like it. We've been chatting about that a bit. I like this. I like the visuals, the debris and the gravel, and it's a little bit, like I was saying to somebody just before the race there, it's a little bit overdone, but I don't care because it's entertaining. It's quite good to see. I mean, that's the end of a session can look like a stage of the Paris Dakar, by the time you're done with it, right? So,
Yep. Yeah. And it
so
does.
that's good. And I think, I mean, I have felt the difference. When it builds up, it is a little looser, especially with the marbles building up too here, as it is now on the platform. So, but I like it. It's better visuals. It keeps you interested. I think I like it.
It kept me interested. That's for darn sure. Just watching everything spread across the racing surface and in similar form and similar fashion. It's the more that iRacing nails it, the better it's going to be. Um, and it's becoming the simulator that I've always dreamt it could be. David, you got a P2 finish tonight. We're going to be off to Road Atlanta next week, and a chance to come out and go for that the back-to-back podium, maybe a win. Congratulations again, man. Give a shout out. Get a P2.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, well, thanks to you. Thanks for the podcast. I'll put this on later and watch the broadcast rather, and yeah, I'll put that on, watch that, and enjoy the race. Speaking of podcasts, thanks to the Chopp'N It Up podcast. I want to thank all of the Chop Shop crew for putting us on yet again. Another season, kicking it off, 2025. So well done getting it all together. Thanks to the drivers. I mean, I'm only just catching up on the rest of the list now. Mick in third there. Well done to Nate, of course. Yeah, Mick in third. Well done. Striker there, I heard, was catching rapidly. Mick had a drive-through late in the race, he was saying. So that should be interesting to watch. Tyler, well done. And great to see Mark up there. He's been quick throughout the practice sessions, Mark Retchen. So, yeah, good on him. Good to see him there. Well done.
Going to be a blast to see what you guys do throughout the season. David, congratulations once again. I'll see you this week.
Thank you, sir.
That is the old 6-3 coming on P number 2. Last but not least, this guy, I'm going to root for him every week. It's Michael Caffrey coming home in P3 tonight. Mike, you had a drive-through penalty at the end. I was like, man, why is he coming to pit road? And then I looked at the off tracks and I was like, he probably has a penalty. And boy, but you made it interesting. way to keep it interesting. Striker was he gunned it at a turn 11 and was close, very close there. But man, way to battle back. You had an issue very early into the race. Where you were, I think it was in the corkscrew section. Somebody had
turn one.
You gotten into the brakes, and you had to lock them up in order to miss that.
Yeah, look, I had that issue. I was actually into turn one. I just locked it up. Just in there a bit too hot. I was trying to get into a rhythm and just try and keep in touch with the leaders, but just locked up and sort of went round. Anyway, I just stayed still and I probably lost about 5 or 6 spots. I think Mark, unfortunately, Mark was not too far behind me, and he must have gone to go around me. And he had a bit of a issue as well, but I think that was his reaction to me. But hey, look, I come back and I guess I lost about 5 or 6 spots, and then I was on a mission to try and catch back up the strike.
Oh, you nailed it, man. Yeah, P3 finish. That was that's the comeback story. It's like Rocky, right? It's Rocky of road racing.
Yeah, I don't always want to be that far behind, but makes the race a lot more stressful. Obviously, I had the splits and trying to catch striker the whole race pretty much. Probably just lucky that as I come out of pit lane after that penalty drive through, I don't know, maybe he was he wasn't quite on the ball for the last 5-10 laps, and he was just chilling out a little bit, hopefully. But that sort of allowed me to just stay in front by a B.
I mean, 0.2 of a second was the gap.
Yeah, it was.
That's a good finish, though. I like those finishes.
Yeah. The race was good. I had a great time out there, just running around everyone, and I guess it's trying to be a little bit patient as well with when I'm going through the traffic as well, so you don't have any issues. But that's part of the job as well.
Man, Road Atlanta, man. Road Atlanta. That's next.
Yeah, can't wait. Road Atlanta is a good one. I know all the guys here have got some speed there, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, they've all done a lot of work in there in the. But definitely, I know they've done a lot of work in the next gens there. So we'll wait and see how we go with the GT3s.
GT3s are my favorite cars.
Yeah.
They look good. They sound good. And each one of them are different. What Jerry say? Hold on. Jerry said something. Chop's favorite lad down under. Yep.
Yeah. Look, Jason, I actually thought I had pole by some fluke there right at the start, but old Dave did well and got me at the end. I did have two tenths up my sleeve, but I blew in the last couple of turns on the second lap. But good work for Dave for that pole. Good aim and
Oh, we love to hear it. Love to hear it. Mike, it's always a pleasure, man. I like talking to you. I like seeing you get out here and kick butt. And I mean, that's what you're doing, man. So give you shout outs, brother. Get a P3 finish.
yeah. Hey, thanks, Jason. Always love coming up and having a chat to you. You know that. And I hope you had a good holiday. Hey, yeah, look, thanks yourself for Sync Esports, Chop Shop, and all the admins, Striker and John for actually hosting, and Chopping It Up podcast as well. And everyone that turned up to race, and who we got, Nate for the P1 and Dave Steiner for that P2. Great work.
Mr. Caffrey, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. And, brother, this is good. Merry Christmas.
Thanks so
Happy
much,
holiday.
Jason. Yeah, you too.
That is Michael Caffrey coming on P3. We love him. He's from Perth, Australia. He's one of those guys that we're destined to meet. When Jess and I have more time in our life, we're destined to meet. What a race. It was a great race. We love to see it. I'm glad to see everybody concentrating out there. Mason, thank you very much for subscribing out there on the YouTube channel. Much love to you. Hey, Mason, you're going to tell me how to say your last name so I make sure I get it right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. I love it. I appreciate it. We're continuing to grow. Folks, I love this kind of racing. I love this kind of series. Crown over tie for the biggest mover of the race between he and Roberge. Both drivers up 5 spots. Absolute blast to see. An absolute legendary set of circumstances on this one. Big Art does get the win, and it was a ton of fun. A ton of fun to call. Thank you very much to everybody for being out there. Continue to be the best there is, the best was, the best there ever will be. Tomorrow night, we have Chop Shop Racing Truck Series. We'll be back in action again, and be the same bad time, same bad channel. It's going to be a ton of fun. Be good, be safe, be kind of one of the most important factor, folks. We're going to raid you out on Twitch because that's exactly what we need to do. We're going to send you over to somebody who just has a couple of viewers. Yard Gnome Gaming. It's just been live, just went live. So go check him out. Go say hi to him. Be good. We'll see you to the next one, folks.